Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Burrow. Out to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. Now Carter. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Stephen Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's going to try and go deep again. He rifles one that's intercepted. CjBanksGetBucket's with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. First down. Here's Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Carter. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Stephen Carter with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here's Lewis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Here's second and a yard. Burrow will throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Throwing now. Burrow on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run. It's Carter. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Sam Hubbard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Now it's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first.